the father of the young girl you found buried in the woods, to see Thomas Angrave and his lovely wife, Joannette, and daughter, Isolde. And guess what happened? You murdered them all, except for Thomas Angrave, who was not actually murdered, and also is not aware that his lovely wife and daughter are in fact murdered, because what transpired is basically Kyla shot Diggory Godden in the back. And then they did horrible, mean things to Thomas Angren. Then Kyla caught his wife and daughter trying to escape out the window. So Kyla shot them in the back. And then they came back in the house and kind of did a little bit more fear negotiating with Thomas Angrave. And that's kind of where they're at. The evil thing, Emlyn, went outside and dragged the bodies over to look like that they had been got by creatures from the forest, as opposed to shot in the back, by removing the arrows, rending their dead flesh a little bit, and then discarding them more appropriately placed towards the forest. All because they know that in the morning, people are going to come out from the tavern and the village and the town and go, oh, look, dead folk, what happened here? So that's literally where we're at. You guys were staying the night inside his house. So we can go ahead and bring that up. And we'll put you inside the appropriate building. Alright, now, so you guys have left Diggory's body just laying there in the living room, right, so far?
Oh, yeah, wasn't he, like, half out the window?
He was, but then he was pulled back into the room, and then you upturned the table and stuck it over the broken window. And I believe Thomas Angrave was actually tied to that chair, right, in front of the fireplace.
Yeah.
Right, he's still there, right? Okay.
No.
No?
He escaped since Monday. Because he's had a whole week to escape.
Shit! I wasn't there staring at him.
You should have logged in every once in a while just to be sure.
Yeah, should have logged in Roll20 to make sure he's still there.
Damn it.
Alright, no, yes, he is of course still there. He slept in the chair all night.
That's uncomfortable.
We should have given him a pillow.
Oh, I absolutely would have spent the night in the room with him, just like staring at him.
Okay.
Not leaning on anything, not acting nonchalant, just literally like wavering there, you know.
Dude, you are terrifying. I love it.
Yeah.
It's like a creepy doll.
That's not even remotely unsettling, is it? A rotting dead dude that just stands there staring at you all night long while you attempt to sleep. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how often do you clear your throat?
Well, I don't need to.
Yeah, but how often do you do it on purpose?
Just every time he tries to go, every time you see his eyes start to go.
Oh.
All right, okay.
Comes out.
Just every once in a while, just go,
Get really close to him, and when he wakes up, just be hovering right in front of him, going.
So in the morning, when the other guys stir, I'm going to leave the room and meet them out in the hall.
Okay.
And I'm basically going to be like, before things start in this town because of what happened last night, I do need to ask him a question.
Okay, go for it. Wait, you were there the whole night. Why did you just ask him now? You came out here to say you need to ask him a question?
I was letting him calm down after the events.
We can assume that you asked it last night if you'd like.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I would have waited for the morning because he would have been not rested well, calmed down from the events of the murders and the craziness.
Murder.
Running it by.
But don't forget, the only reason I'm reminding you, because it has been a week, he is yet to know that his wife and daughter are dead, right?
Do you need backup?
You can come in, and I'm just going to enter.
Okay. All right. I'm going to follow behind him to be his backup man. I'm going to cross my arms.
Oh, I've had better nights.
You are of a religious inkling, right?
Not particularly.
You don't worship. Well, what is that mural to yourself in the other room?
Oh, as I said, that's more my good lady wife is more akin to the worshippings of Pilor, not myself. Not any longer.
Is that how she tolerated your sin?
Well, again, you have to understand what you call sin, we call necessary evil. We had no good choice, so as we discussed previously, we made the...
No, not
better of... What, then what evils do you talk of?
I'm gonna look at Kyla, who's in the doorway. Your suspicions, correct? That he was sleeping with the young lass.
His daughter.
Oh, no. Oh. How did you figure this out?
Well, she did.
You're actually incorrect here, but I think you clearly know something, but you just misinterpreted it.
You have a romance novel next to a,
yes.
with a similarly named...
But you, of course, still are under the impression that the younger is my daughter. Correct.
Oh, so it's only hers.
No, actually, rather strange though it sounds, but she is my wife, the younger one. The older one is her mother. But, to keep up appearances, as it would seem a little bit unorthodox for someone so old to be married to someone so young, we kind of lied to the town somewhat. The painting, the one
like
that
that
you're in discussion with, where I'm on the great charger on chopping the head off the troll. As you could tell, I was considerably younger in that picture, yes?
And you're chopping the head off very incorrectly.
Well, its head was flying through the air. I remember it quite vividly. And then when it hit the ground, I burnt the body and kicked the head like a inflated ball into the bushes.
And
But the point is, that was not that long ago. I know I look considerably older, but needless to say, I was the unpleasant victim of some magical aging effects. I am, in fact, only 27. Despite my years making me look considerably older.
Oh, are you friends with the on various Winder Branch guy?
On various Winder Branch. Don't recall the name, no.
He said he hadn't been there a while.
Did I say it wrong?
My actual name...
Port into it.
No. My actual name is not Thomas Angrave. That's my father's name. But as I aged and grew longer hair, and I had an uncanny resemblance to him, so I kind of adopted his guise, as it were.
Okay, so you killed your father and then took his place.
No, I
That
didn't
makes
kill
sense.
my father. My father had travelled afar and unfortunately had passed away. When I returned, initially, I was fully willing to tell them that, oh, no, I'm not my father, I'm not Thomas, I'm actually Reginald Arngrave, and what had happened was this, that, and the other, but everyone was so sold on, oh, Thomas, you're back. I thought, well, this is convenient. So I just, went along with it, as it were.
So did you encounter spirits? Is that what aged you?
Well, I truly don't know what it was. I never saw it. It was several years after dispatching the trolls of Dunthorpe. What had actually transpired is me and 3 or 4 fellow adventurers had entered a dark cavern. There was a rock fall, you see, and I got separated from everybody else. While they were trying to dig me out, I heard strange noises and moans. I believed it to be vile spirits or something like that. Right up until something grabbed me by the back of the neck and lifted me off the ground. As it did so, it muttered strange and whispering arcane words, and I literally felt the life's energy begin to drain from my body. It was at that moment that one of my larger companions broke through the rock fall, and a beam of light shone through, and when that happened, the creature turned and fled into the darkness. We were more interested in getting out alive than pursuing the creature, so to this day I do not truly know what it is, but I know it was corporeal because it grabbed me and lifted me off my feet. Incredibly strong. I was, as you could see in the painting, I was wearing the same armor in that picture.
So a really strong ghost.
Well, again, I don't believe it was a ghost, because a ghost, as far as I'm aware, cannot physically pick you up and lift you into the air.
So you have no idea about anything religious?
I didn't say I have no idea. I said I'm not particularly religious in the fact that I'm not a particular worshipper of any particular deity.
I'll be completely honest. I was really hoping you could identify me.
Identify you?
I can tell you what you are.
Togar, you don't know your ass from your axe.
That was rude.
Wow.
I mean, clearly, you're obviously suffering from some terrible disease. I would assume leprosy by the way your skin is falling off.
I showed you that I was in fact undead. You do remember?
I mean, that was real? I thought I dreamt that part.
I was hoping you could tell me exactly what I was. Among the rank and file of the undead.
Well, you're not corporeal, so we can rule out spectres, ghosts, shadows. You're sentient and have a brain, so we can rule out zombies. You're predatory, but you can speak, so ghouls and wights and ghasts are out.
Do you have any books on the subject here?
Do you crave blood? Does the sunlight burn you?
No.
So you're not a vampire, then?
I think those are just stereotypes that aren't true.
Oh, I beg to differ. I'm not saying all, but I've definitely encountered them. Maybe you're some form of demi-lich or lich or something like that? Although you seem entirely too reasonable to be something quite so vulgar and vile, so I really don't know, to be honest. You're a bit of an enigma, that's the truth.
Well, that's a pity.
But then all of you are a bit of an enigma.
So I'm going to turn to Togar and Kyla in the room and just say, how are we to survive the next few days?
Well, I have some fish rations left.
Well, I have a fully stocked kitchen, and I
was going to say, we have a fully stocked kitchen, and you have that. I'm going to gesture to the...
No, I mean about the townspeople. Keep a low profile after what happened last night. Just...
Well, look, if you want to be honest about it, when you say about what happened last night, you're talking about the unfortunate event with Diggory.
And the broken window.
Oh, the broken window's my business. I mean, I could quite easily say that I got drunk and fell and accidentally elbowed through it and smashed it. Diggory, on the other hand, his good lady wife, no doubt, will be wondering where he is and what happened. If she knew he came here, and it was late, she might have assumed that he stayed here the night rather than risk going out in the darkness with the demons roaming around.
Where does she live?
But she will be expecting him to return this morning. Where does she live? Why? You're not going to go and murder her, are you?
No.
I do have another idea. Come, follow me out.
Oh, well, incidentally, if you would like to if you'd like to untie me from the chair,
I'm gonna lift up the chair and
carry him out.
Carry him out. then set the chair down right here.
Okay, so you carry him out into the hallway.
I meant just us, not him.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, guy. I'm going to carry him back in the chair, set him back down. A little too close to the fire, but there you go. You walk out. All right.
That's one way to take care of him.
Just so it's hot.
What's up, Game Dad? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Cold TV, what you gonna do?
You killed me, man. Fucking 5 years of this, you still killed me.
5 years. 4 years.
5 years, and this is the first time you've ever made anyone laugh.
Oh.
What am I doing?
Happy birthday, dear viewer.
Oh, man.
Happy birthday, dude.
Theo.
Huh? Let me guess, you want me to change my appearance and masquerade as Diggory?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Is that not your idea? I thought
No.
That honestly was what I was thinking. Is there another way you could do that to one of us? To others of us?
Did you know I was a mind reader? Did you know that? It's one of my many skills.
I thought you were just clever.
Can you do?
They coincide with each other. Sorry, continue.
Can you do that twice for one of us to pretend to be him?
No, I cannot. I need to concentrate very hard to keep the perception of me being whoever I choose.
Hilarious! Can you hear me? Hilarious!
Yes?
Might
I have a word? Just briefly?
Oh, you're that guy now.
Man is exhausting.
Yes.
Can I have a glass of water, please? No.
When you're done comforting him, maybe we should carry this conversation in the ladies' room, but not wife, ladies' room. That way, it's
the not wife ladies' room.
So I'm gonna walk back into the room. Yes, I'm in the middle of something with my friend.
I'm sorry, but could you please check on my wife and daughter to make sure they're okay? Only I've been stuck here in this chair. I sent them off to their room last night when everything transpired. I haven't seen them yet this morning, so if you wouldn't mind just popping your head in and tell them that you're welcome guests.
What do you mean, wife and daughter? Those you and Diggory, unfortunately, R.I.P. They were the only people in the house. There were more people here.
Oh, yes, if you remember, my wife brought you in, and she went to the kitchen with the young girl, and then she brought you food. Remember, last night?
I do remember that, vaguely. I thought they escaped. I thought they heard the ruckus and made their way out the door.
They did?
I don't know, they're not here.
Oh, dear. Well, can you please check? I mean, it was late last night, and if they fled the house, anything could have happened to them outside. With the demons roaming around in the forest. They would have been very vulnerable. Perhaps they made it... Well, no, if they'd have made it to the tavern, then I'm sure tavern folk would have been banging on the door last night, wanting to know what was going on.
Is there somewhere they might have fled to that would be like a safe space or like a...
No, probably, unless they ran to our neighbours next door, they would have no doubt gone to the tavern. If, as you say, they were fleeing.
Yes, of course. Well, again, I don't know. I thought that's what I would do.
Again, as you seem to be the only reasonable one amongst your companions.
Hurry up in there.
Sorry, tall man. We're almost done.
Sorry, person, I don't know your name. I should know it.
If you would just do me a favour and check on them, and quite honestly, there's really no reason for me to be tied to this chair either, is there? Seeing as I'm helping you and going along with the ruse.
Well, so far, that has yet to be seen. But we will check on your family.
Okay, and don't forget to get the... at the very least, you need to capture the young girl that's staying up at the tavern. You need to get her and bring her back here. Make sure that they don't leave.
Well, yes, that was what we were going to have you do, correct? That what you were going to head up that part of the plan?
I totally can, but it's very difficult from being tied in this chair.
I know. Do you have do you run on some sort of schedule? Like, oh, it's 3 o'clock. It's the sacrifice time.
No. All I know is that last night, no doubt they were given we're back to it. Okay, so yeah, he was in the middle of talking to Thelonious about.
It was so good too.
Get the girl and. He would get the girl, but he couldn't do it all the time. He was tied to the chair. I think that's literally what we just got to.
There we go.
Back in character.
So the two things on the checklist are check on your family, which we'll do. I'm sure they're fine wherever they are. And 2, we'll get the sacrifice. Right? 1, 2.
Just maybe don't keep referring to her as a sacrifice. Maybe just refer to her as the out-of-town guest.
Okay, but well, I mean, I'm not going to say it out. But between me and you, we both know that's what she is.
The husband, he's not much use to us.
Okay.
So, if you can somehow figure out a way to make him believe that, unfortunately, she met her demise at the hands of evil things, and then leave, that would be fantastic.
What a terrible thing for people to do! But I guess if that is what must be done, it must be done.
Well, I mean, it's either that or you'd have to kill him, and we don't want to do unnecessary murders, do we?
Absolutely not.
No. We don't want to murder people unnecessarily.
No.
All right. Well, so I'll get back out to the group. We'll kick this thing off. We'll be back shortly. Okay. Don't go anywhere.
Don't touch that dial.
That's a joke. Bye. As I walk out the door.
All right.
Oh, God.
Hey, so he wants us to check on his family.
I'll do that.
To make sure they're safe. No, what? Tolga, don't.
What?
Do you know that the family's dead?
What?
Tolga, why don't you help me find something in the kitchen to go make?
Really quick. I know we were keeping him tied to the chair, but he is going to be the point person to get the girl who needs to be used as bait, essentially, in the tavern. So are we going to let him do that, or are we going to do it ourselves? He said he'd do it. He seems pretty compliant to me.
But why don't you just go as him to get the here?
Okay, how many people do you want me to be? I mean, I'll do it. Don't get me wrong. I will be so many people. I just want to make sure I'm not taking up all of the spotlight in this episode.
Well, if you could turn me into one of them, I would do it, but apparently you are incapable.
Do you think you're the best option?
Hey, remember when we had to wear dresses that one time? We are capable of anything we put our minds to.
Absolutely.
And our bodies in.
Diggory was, he had a lust for life. I guess, Emlyn, you sort of have a lust for, life in the sense that you want to eat it. But I just mean, you wouldn't be able to embody him the best, I don't think. Right?
Okay. Why not you go as him to get the subjects, get Diggory's wife, bring them all back here. How many of those 3 do we need to live for the sacrifice?
I'm sorry, I just keep imagining you going as Diggory, being like, "Hello, wife, I've missed you." And just, I'm sorry, it's
that was a good voice.
I told you I could be all the people. Anyways, your question, Emlyn, was how many do we need for the sacrifice, right?
We just need 1. Right?
Just the one. Well, she also has a husband, apparently, and Tommy wants us to get rid of him in sort of the same way we got rid of his family.
I could get rid of them both. As long as Kyla doesn't shoot them first.
Kyla?
That's not my goal here. I was thinking it would be good if we could get them in here and then, tell you what we need to do. We have the ability to front as the man in the room. The man in the room is no doubt going to go outside and, for one reason or another, looking at Tolgar because he doesn't know,
what?
Quite upset with the state of things. I have no doubt that he's willing to cooperate as it is, but it might not be as it is in his perspective.
Here's the thing. If he was to go and retrieve the subjects, he would undoubtedly hear from the townspeople what we left near the forest.
Right.
That would possibly change what he wanted to plan to do.
It's true.
Hence why you should do it in his stead.
All right, I will do it. I will do that. I will do this one thing.
I think you should save us all a bit of trouble and just go ahead and eat the fool.
I don't want to eat him.
No, not you.
Okay. I don't think Emlyn eats people.
Well, he
Do
kind
you?
of does. Kind of. I don't know how it works.
Do we really think there's nothing more he could provide in terms of knowledge?
I don't think he really knows much other than how to send strangers to their deaths.
I could tell him proper techniques for troll hunting. I just don't like his sword work in that. And then we can kill him.
So, do we have a plan? Tolgar, I'll teach you how to cook. And,
Oh.
So if I'm going to go get the sacrificial lamb pedantly, I need his clothing because I can change my own appearance, but not what I'm wearing.
and
So-
he has a thing that he wears pretty consistently.
Oh, well, I also have complete access to his boudoir. So I'll go pick out something fitting for the task at hand, and I'm gonna head off into his room and grab whatever clothes I can find,
Okay.
and I'll pop back out. And all right, so I'm ready. If you all are, I'll head over to the tavern and maybe someone should come with me as sort of like a bodyguard, or just in case. something
Okay.
happens.
I'm
That's
good
nice.
backup. I don't want to cook.
That's fine.
Yes.
All right, Tolgar, you with me? We will go, and we're gonna bring her here. Is that the plan?
Bring him, her, and her husband, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That would be hopefully for the best.
And if you see Diggory's wife, her too.
All right. Oh, that's not what
Okay.
I wanted.
If you can manage that without getting the whole town here.
Okay, so who is going to the tavern to collect the young couple then?
Tolgar and I are gonna go, and
Okay.
I'm going to use alter self to disguise myself as Thomas.
Okay, alrighty.
So I will throw up there.
I'm sure the
That'll
disguise will
work.
work with Tolgar behind you.
Well, I'm gonna peek my head in. Thomas, actually, I look exactly like him. That's gonna be really weird. Thomas, what is the name of the lady in the bar? Do you know their names by any chance, or are they just unlucky 1 and 2?
No, I don't know their names. Somebody came and told me that there were a couple there, and one of them, the young lady, was suitable, as it were.
Virgin boy, virgin girl.
And they should be passed out at this time.
Maybe they still are. I don't know. Time's getting on.
All right. We shall return, and I'll go. Tolgar, let us go, and we'll walk out there and head towards the tavern.
Alright, I'm gonna mumble something about what if they just consummated tonight?
Well,
go. Then we're screwed.
just like them. Get it?
I don't.
Like as they're leaving, I'm gonna kind of turn to Emlyn and just be like, Emlyn, are you still a bit? How dead are you?
The wounds they sustained in the previous fight have been fully healed, and I'm going to show the gashes that were not part of the embalming process.
Mhm.
That's like the rotted flesh that's still cut open.
Right.
So it's like still damaged.
Yes, very much so.
I don't like the man in the other room. What do you say? I silence him. You go in and do your thing.
All right, well, we'll do that. Yeah, later.
Okay. No.
All right. Okay. So Tolgar and none other than Thomas Angren or Angrave go into the tavern.
Yes. I'm gonna look around to see if I see anybody just slumped over a table.
Nope. People in here. There are a few people basically having breakfast, but beyond that, that's about it.
Okay.
All right. There's a inn in this tavern as well. Yeah.
Well, there's a small guest room with guest beds. Yes, like a common area.
Okay.
So when you walk in, a few people raise their hand to greet you, and the barkeep says, "Morning, Thomas."
Morning.
You hungry?
My favorite barkeep. Ha. Yes. Why don't you fix me your finest meal you have?
Well, as you probably are aware, it's not that fine. Just a bit of sausage and bacon and a bit of bread.
Oh, come now! It's a meal fit for a king.
Well, you're unusually, what's the word? Complimentary. Well, I appreciate that.
It's a special day today, friend.
Is it? Well, I don't often keep up with holidays and stuff like that. What one is it today? Am I missing something? Is it something to do with harvest or?
Oh no, you know what? I actually want to keep it a bit of a surprise.
All right.
Fair just enough. To give you something to look forward to.
We'll fetch you some breakfast.
Were you working the shift last night?
Well, of course I was. It's my tavern. Who else is going to work it if I didn't do it?
Thought maybe you might have had a night in with whomever you decided to choose to be with that night. Was there a man and a woman perhaps seem to maybe have had a little too much to drink?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. As this woman comes up, she goes, as per the usual plan, we gave her some of the herbal remedies. Last I checked, I stuck my head in this morning, and they're still fast asleep.
Then you're not too late. Wonderful news. Thank you.
In the conversations we had yesterday, it's plain, unless she's lying, of course, that she is unsullied. I wouldn't say the same for him, but of course, it's only her we need.
It is only her we need. You know what? I'm gonna reach into my pocket.
You're starting to sound like Otto.
And pull out a gold coin and say, "For your amazing work you've done here, I'm gonna give her one gold piece."
Thank you, Thomas.
Jeez.
Don't mention it. I am a man of the people, after all.
Are you? Are you now? Oh,
yes.
I appreciate it. She goes and kind of sits down. And you've noticed everybody is now looking very intently at you a little bit strangely. You feeling all right, Thomas? Says this old bald guy to your right.
As I said, it is a special day. One of my favorite guys.
Hey, guy.
What the
fuck? Hey, dude, I totally know the name of, but I'm not going to say it because that would seem weird.
Oh, my favorite bald man, of course, yes. We go way back, you and I think.
Last I remember, maybe, sort of, do we?
Anyways, time is of the essence.
Right now.
We must fetch our prey. Tolgar, come. They are resting in this room. I will leave you to the retrieval.
All right.
Well, as you walk away, you overhear this. The bald guy says to the innkeeper, he says, "Do you reckon he got into something last night, or do you reckon he cracked his head?" He says, "Oh, I don't know. Certainly doesn't seem his normal grumpy, miserable self, does he?"
Interesting. You want both or just the girl?
We need both, Tolgar.
Well, all right.
They'll give them both.
I'm gonna see if the door's unlocked.
It is. Yeah, you just turn the handle and.
I'm gonna step inside without knocking.
Okay.
Quietly.
So you can see the bed closest to the door. There's a woman there, fast asleep. A young girl, probably late teens. Possibly early 20, and a young man asleep in the bed at the end, kind of ends to end with her bed.
Okay. I'm going to step up to either one. This looks like the man, and punch him to knock him out.
This one? Okay.
Isn't he asleep already?
All right.
Yeah.
So you suck this one that you're standing over, only to hear a.
All right, I'm gonna pick him up and drape him over my shoulder.
As you pick him up, you hear a.
Oh, I'm gonna set him back down on his bed and look
coming
at the
from
girl.
this bed.
Look at the girl. Is she still sleeping?
Okay, now that you're looking at this guy who isn't wearing a head thing, you can clearly see that this is the guy.
Oh
You
shit!
just punched the woman in the face. I mean, she had like she had a bonnet on,
right.
and the covers were all wrapped up around her. Her head was turned. It's an honest mistake for a barbarian.
I go, oh, whoops, and I punch this one in the face to knock him out.
Okay, you punch the dude as well. So now you have
Alright.
officially punched both of the young couple.
All right, with my big Tolgar muscles, I'm gonna sling one on one shoulder, then see if I can get the girl on the other shoulder, and then try to walk out.
Yeah, neither one of them are particularly big.
Alright.
You are, so yeah, you can carry them out of
I'm
here.
gonna come out of the door and go, got him, and then start walking towards the exit.
Ah, wonderful. Yes.
All right.
Don't mind
There we
everything, patrons. This is government work.
What the heck?
Government? What's that then?
Oh, just a new term I'm testing out. Just one of the many changes that might be happening. I don't know. Anyways, enjoy breakfast. Have a great morning.
But you haven't had your breakfast yet.
Enjoy that. Oh well, can I take it to go?
Well, grab a chair, and when it's ready, I'll serve it up.
Oh, no time. I'll be back for that. I'm gonna go take a stroll in this beautiful mountain town.
We saw.
Where there are no mountains to be seen for miles.
Did I say mountain? I meant forest. I meant forest.
This is like you're like the worst. Really... You're the worst imposter ever. Fanzig, thanks for the sub, dude. Much love. Oh man, take your pants off, hit your hot. If only these people were smart enough to know that such things like magic existed. And all right, okay. So you two exit the tavern.
Good retrieval, huh?
Yeah, it was marvelous. I do have one more errand to run. Go back to the.
Wait, where?
Just no. You go back to the house with those.
Where are
two.
you? Okay, so I'll follow you.
No. Go back to the house where everyone else is waiting.
All right.
Okay. You know it. Repeat after me.
You want me to go back to the house?
Yes. Which one?
The one where we came from.
Very good. I am going to get the wife of Diggory, and
I'd like to do that too.
No. Persuade her to come over on her own accord, and then you are going to be waiting by the front door to snatch her up when I bring her in.
Could I just come with you and snatch her there?
No, because then that would alert the town to something would be amiss, and we do not want that.
I could be quiet. I made these two dead quietly.
Okay, but people want them to be sacrificed. It's a difference.
Oh. So I'll go back to the place where you're going. I'll snatch her and take her
No.
there.
You're going to go back to the house. You're going to... You, Tolga, how does it... What would you say if I said you are going to be the trap? What would you... Did that entice you at all? It should.
I want to be the one that kills what's ever in the trap.
Oh, okay. But you have to let me lead the thing into the trap to be killed. You understand?
No.
Okay. Go to the front door after you drop them off and just put your axe above your head like so.
All right.
And after I walk in, the woman who comes after me, you can show if that's what you want to do.
Right on your head?
Are you sure you trust Tolgar to kill the woman and not you? Just
right when you open the door, slam my axe down.
Make sure it's not me. Do you want some sort of word, like a?
I'm always interested in a code word or phrase.
What would you like to use?
I always like to do eagles.
Oh, that is right. So, do you want to do the say eagles?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Please.
So
worst
here we go.
Murderers ever.
All right. I'll meet you at her house.
No, you meet me at the house. Everyone else.
All right. Of course. And then I'm gonna head back to the other house.
Yeah.
That we were at.
Okay, so you go back to the real Lord Angrave's house. Or Thomas Angrave. Okay. Carrying your 2 victims with you. While they are gone, is Kyla and Emlyn, do they wish to get up to anything while they are not at home?
No. I mean, Kyla would have said, let's deal with the one in there, and I would have said, I would like to deal with them all at the same time.
Okay, so you're just kind of waiting them out.
Watch it, and I'm going to see what I can whip up. I'm just going to go to the kitchen and start cooking.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a very well-kept kitchen. So, I mean, there's a lot of fish, there's some lamb, there's a whole ton of different vegetables and stuff like that, so and some fresh fruit. Bowls of herbs as well, you know. So you can feel free to whip up whatever you think you want to whip up.
Gonna make some lavender scones.
Mmm. Get the lavender. All right. Okay. So if you're doing
Can we play
that
video today?
What's cooking with
Conch?
Maybe we'll do a cooking with Conch at break. Yeah. Okay. So Conch, where are you going to find Mrs. Godden?
Her house.
And that would be
the house she lives in. Okay, I guess I will walk back to our house and say, ask Thomas where she lives.
Okay, so you're gonna.
But I'm gonna stick my head in the broken window though, like in the back. Like,
oh, you're not gonna go through the door and then get cleaved in the head by Tolgar?
No, I'm not.
Oh, it would have been so funny though. Okay, so you are going in. You pull the curtain aside, kind of roll the table a little bit so you can see. So Thomas sitting in the chair.
Thomas, where is the Diggory house located?
You know, this is very strange that you look exactly like me. It's quite concerning. If you go back to the tavern, behind the tavern, to the west, there are 4 houses that are parallel to the fields. The Diggorys live in the second one down.
All right, and I will walk over to that house.
Okay. All right, so ping which house you're going to.
That
there
one.
There you go. All right. Okay, so you approach the door.
Yep, and I will give a nice little rap tap tap on the door. Very friendly sounding.
You hear, just a minute! And then you hear, kind of clip clop footsteps coming across the wooden floors. A woman in an apron, kind of covered in flour, and her hands are kind of also floured up and have got bits of dripping dough on them. Opens the door. Oh, Sir Thomas, you haven't seen that worthless husband of mine, Diggory, have you? He never came home last night. I know you were idling over to see yourself.
Yes, Diggory's wife. He had a little too much to drink, and he's passed out. So I figured with your feminine touch, you could revive him and get him back to home safely. So how about you come on over?
I should be mad at him, you know, but with all he's been through, I suppose I can't be too mad that he wanted to drown his sorrows for a little bit. Give me just a second, then let me clean up.
Sure, I got all the time in the world.
All right. Well, she goes, oh, do come in. It's a bit of a mess, I'm afraid. Not as grand as your fine home, but, come on in.
Yeah, sure, I'll take a step in.
Okay. All right, so she wanders back into the kitchen and takes her apron off, and you hear splashing of water.
Wrong house.
Right, a couple of minutes later, she comes back out with her hands clean and the apron off. She's still got, like, some flour on her left and right thighs of her, the dress that she's wearing. But she says, all right, let's go and get this worthless husband of mine.
And I'll lead the way back to the front door of the house.
Your house?
Of my house.
So I have a question in the interim. Emlyn is staying in the hallway this entire time. Does he witness Tolgar lifting an axe above his head at the front door?
Well, we need to discover what exactly going on at that when he gets back first. So we will definitely figure that out. Okay, so Let me fix this real quick. Alright, so Tolgar will come in, carrying on each shoulder both a young man and a young woman.
Right, where do you want them?
The bedroom to the left. Just plop them on the bed.
Alright, I'm just gonna literally just toss them on.
Alright, okay.
Alright. And then I'm going to tie them, their hands and to the bed so that they don't. Oh, that seems weird. I don't want to do that. Just gonna tie their hands together and their feet together so they can't walk or pick things up.
So you just tie their hands and feet and leave them unconscious on the bed.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And then what do you wish to do?
Then I'm gonna come out and say, Emlyn, I think someone's gonna be walking through that door, and I'm supposed to ask them, but you should probably take them instead of me.
Well, why don't you just grab them?
Oh.
Not everything has to be done with your weapon.
I know, I've been called Tolgar the Strangler before.
I was there for that, I remember.
Oh, I think you're the one that called me that.
Probably.
Okay.
So yes.
Right. So you're just going to poise yourself waiting to strike behind the door?
Yes. Like this.
Okie dokie. Alright, so, what's the duration on your spell, Thelonious?
It is 1 hour.
Okay, yeah, you're good then.
Yeah, I figured I would get that done in time.
Okay, so you approach the door, and I'm assuming you're going to make sure you go in first.
Yep. And as I walk in, I'm going to say, "Oh, did you see that beautiful eagle up there?" When she walks in.
Oh, and I jump out!
Okay, so you leap on the young girl. Being that she is so small and frail in comparison to you, I'm not going to make you make a dice roll to grapple this girl. It's a moot point. She doesn't know you're there. You've got the drop on her. You are probably at least 2 times the strength that she is, and maybe 3 times the weight. So, yep, you grab hold of her. And
grab her.
She just, literally, she's like, ah! As you grab hold of her and muffle her cries.
Okay.
I swing open the door. Did someone say eagle? I've always wanted to cook one of those.
They are delicious. She's like, as I'm holding her, they're very good.
All right, so Tolgar punches her square in the mouth as well. And again, I'm not going to make you roll. You can knock her unconscious. She's not even remotely the sort that could handle a blow from such a mighty barbarian to the face.
All right. Okay.
That's what you find out. They're all dead.
Put her in the same room as the
Choky. Okay.
Thelonious, which one in there is the sacrifice? They all look the same to me.
Oh, the young... hold on. And I'm going to snap my finger and get back into my self here. And say, with the young girl Tolga brought in first.
They all had lumpy faces. It was not exactly obvious.
Lumpy faces.
You can't tell the difference between a man and a woman?
I wasn't really paying it. Why don't we take that one and put him in the main room, the main bedroom?
All right, if that's what you prefer, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, hey, real quick, gang. What are we going to say about his family, by the way?
Well, we have them in the bedroom.
No. The family. Like the daughter and the wife that are dead outside.
Wait.
Isn't that what you were meaning? We say we have them tied in the bedroom.
No.
What?
They aren't there, though.
Are we not on the same page with his plan? No, the girl at the sacrifice.
Said what I heard was that they ran out the door.
Yeah, that was Tolga. This is going to make you very upset. That was a lie. Just calm down.
Okay.
With a lie which needed to be told.
So, who are you asking about right now and what we tell?
Full.
Let's just be on the same page.
Where's the disconnect?
Guys, can we not be on the same page within clear earshot? And we're trying to.
No, we're whispering. We're being quiet. I just need to be loud enough.
Maybe,
So that
yeah, then
people
maybe
can-
you may all want to come together as opposed to standing at other ends, like spattered across the entire hallway.
Well,
Look at us scattering.
They're all like one at each end of the place. It's like we're whispering!
don't back up from you. Man. All right, huddle around. Get in a huddle.
Okay.
As I was saying. So, do you not? Okay, let me go.
We're doing that thing with our feet.
Step by step.
I'll make a star.
So,
All right.
Thomas asked me specifically, to check on his family. They
Yes.
are dead.
Yes.
The people in the room are the sacrifice to
Right.
lure the demon into town.
Right.
And any
Right.
loose ends.
But he doesn't need to know that his family's dead. We could just tell him that it's in the other room.
Yes, but what happens when he sees that they are not?
Why does he have to go anywhere in this household except that stay in that room?
The trouble is, if we're using him, we're going to have to make darn certain that he doesn't know that they're dead, or he finds out on his own accord and it has no attachment to him.
Well, that's not a problem because Kylo, you suggested that I kill
Yes.
him like I do the others. So
Yes, which my thinking is, we don't actually need him. When
Okay.
someone comes here to be like, okay, it's time to do the thing with the body, and we have them here knocked out or tied up or whatever, and the other ones are taken care of, whatever that means. We've tied up all of our loose ends,
okay.
take out the others and him, and then when they come, you, Thelonious, you just be a perfect representation of him, as I'm sure you can do. And
I would like to say my performance was flawless, by the way.
right. So when they come and say, okay, it's time,
It was
or
really
whatever,
bad.
because it seems like it's a bit of a town holiday, yes? It's not just him, he's in charge of it, but like if he doesn't come out, they'll probably come to see him, yes? So if
Well-
when they show up,
I don't know if they would. I think if the sacrifice is just made, I don't think anyone really cares like how the sausage gets made, you know?
But it would be helpful
I
if
do.
if the bodies are discovered and you pretend to be him, you can do your whole despair whatever thing that you do and make them believe that they were dumb and died.
So really turn on the waterworks, you think? Okay.
You could tell him before I kill him and then gauge his reaction and then just perform it.
No, I don't want that. I want a clear mind when I get into my own character.
okay, so whatever that is, you could also just ask the man in the room about what the actual logistics of it are, so that we could know. He seems to like you for some reason.
Possibly because he's the only one that didn't actually try to kill him, murder him, threaten to do so.
It's an accessory.
Maybe that's got something to do with it. I don't
It's an
know.
accessory voice in the sky. He's part of it.
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into that bedroom there and kill the two people that are not the sacrifice. Right now.
As long as they're all asleep, that should be fine. My concern is the old man might squabble if he hears,
I don't care.
which means if we take care of the information gathering point from the old man first, then bring him into that room under a veil of silence, you can do it all in one go.
Okay. Fine. Whatever.
Party.
Oh, Mr. Logic Man being outdone, look at that. Oh, shit. I'm gonna run into the kitchen.
Aren't you going to do your silence first?
Your shepherd's pie's burning.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to a man in silence. Thelonious.
Okay, Theo and Togar, get the sacrifice and go into the other bedroom with her, so I don't accidentally kill her too.
Oh, how accidentally.
What?
What?
Are you
Right.
All right, fine. Totally, I'll do that. I
I'm
will
gonna start picking up the boy. And then,
yeah,
Wait.
I'm gonna. What?
My mistake. Second time.
Yeah,
I will
ping
walk-
which one you're picking up, because who knows if you're going to get the right one or
That
not.
one.
Which one is the girl? They both look
This
the
one
same.
here?
Yeah. The blue.
Okay.
Is that... Is that the girl?
Yeah.
It's a girl.
She's got a blue bonnet on because she's innocent.
Someone say blue bonnet. This thing's sticking to the pan. That might help.
Okay, so while that's happening, I'm going to go into this room. Are both the people in here? One of them's Diggory's wife, right? Which I recognize.
I don't think any of you seen Diggory's wife before.
Well, I mean, when she came in and she was grabbed.
If it is Diggory's wife, that's the one you assume to be Diggory's wife. Yes.
Okay, and this is definitely a male.
Is it though? Yeah, no, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna wreath my hand in shadow damage and do a vampiric touch, basically attack on all of them.
Okay, so do it on the dude first.
All right.
So you'll do 17 points of necrotic damage. That will most definitely end his young life.
Okay.
His future is no longer a thing.
Yeah, I reach into the back of his spine and basically rip out things.
You're so pleasant. Okay.
And then I'm gonna cross the bed quietly, without any regard, and recast it.
Okay.
I mean, not recast it, but it's concentration, so I'll just do it again.
All right.
So it's just the damage 5d6.
Yeah, Diggory's wife is also now no more.
Wow.
Okay, so you can only get healed for the actual hit points that are available to take.
Yep.
The boy has the dude has a total of 8 hit points, so you can get that's the amount you can do. So you did 17, which is 9 points of overkill, and Diggory's wife had 6. So
All right.
that's what you're looking at. So a total of 14 hit points of damage is actually what you've done.
All right. I emerge feeling a lot better than I did just a few minutes ago. It helps.
Okay, and of course, as you do so, you notice that some of your more decaying parts have begun to kind of stitch themselves back together, and you no longer look quite as disgusting as you did earlier either.
Thank you, Gore. Yes.
I mean, you're still disgusting, but not as disgusting. Okay.
I'm gonna walk into the room with Theo.
Yeah, I would have been asking Thomas the logistics of
Okay.
how the sacrifice works.
Go ahead.
So Thomas, how exactly does the sacrifice take place? Like, where do we take the girl? What do we
Well,
expect? Is there a certain like catchphrase to say?
No, it's just
Cowabunga.
tomorrow night.
Cowabunga! Come and eat it.
Typically, right before dusk, right before it gets dark, we
Yes,
take them northeast into the forest.
northeast.
There's a small clearing there where we've erected like a stock. Take the girl, put her in the stock, and normally get out of there before it gets too dark. Of course, in this particular instance, you'll want to hide up and wait for the creature to come, and then ambush it.
All right, sounds easy enough.
I mean,
thank you.
I'm assuming that that's the plan. But tomorrow is the night, so don't do it this evening, otherwise
No.
other foul creatures will probably get her instead.
All right. Would you excuse myself now? Just walk out of the room.
All right.
Oh, Emlyn. You left with me. I did not expect that. You're muted. I can't hear. What, Emlyn?
Sorry.
Silence spell.
Speak up, Evelyn!
Is he needed in there at all?
I don't believe so. Not really, to be honest. With my spot-on impersonation, I don't think he's necessary anymore.
Okay. And I'm just gonna go in there and
Oh!
kill some people.
Oh, bye.
Go in where and kill who?
Kill Thomas. Or not Thomas.
I'm gonna pop my head out and be like, I
Okay.
made scones.
So not Thomas. Not Thomas or Thomas. Not Thomas as in the man that is actually really pretending to be Thomas, but not...
I'm gonna kill the guy who's tied up.
There you go.
And not Theo, because...
Well, I don't look like him anymore.
Right, because of
All
that.
right, how do you want to dispatch the Thomas?
I gotta do it quick.
Slowly.
No,
So he can scream a
I'm
lot.
gonna risk it and cast Vampiric Touch again, because I imagine it ran out before.
All right. Well, yeah,
damage.
that will definitely hit him. And you will do 13 points of necrotic damage, but he is still very much alive after that. And yells in pain and anguish.
I'm gonna slash at him again, using the same spell. Oh
Okay.
my god, the damage is so low.
For
Well, he was already hurt too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
14?
that silent spell as soon as I hear him.
okay, all right. You cast a silent spell and tune him out.
Mhm.
All right, you do another 14 points of damage. He is still alive.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I don't need any more health from him, but I'm gonna keep like slashing into the very soul of his being
Okay.
with my hands.
Bottom line is, yes, another 2 or 3 slashes, and eventually you end his life.
Aw.
Again, bearing in mind that he was allegedly a former paladin of Pelor, or at least some champion of Pelor. So, yeah, he wasn't. Just because he's old does not mean he has no hit points. He was
And
tough.
also because he wasn't actually old, right? That's
Well,
what he
in
said.
theory, yeah. But okay, yep. So finally, he is also dead. But because it took you so many slashes, there is probably blood spatter up the fireplace, across the hallway, up against the wall. There's probably a mess.
Yeah, the moment he's limp, Kyla just rushes in there, and basically, this is what you're getting, Emlyn. And then I dispel it. You got that?
I don't care.
Right. I'll just have to kill the whole town now.
Well, that was my first suggestion. But okay.
And it's coming true.
I guess the old me would say sorry. So, sorry. Whatever that means to you.
It's surprisingly hollow coming from...
A dead person with no emotions? I would think so.
Sorry.
So I'm just going to sit against the wall and pick blood out of my fingernails, basically.
Bits of old wrinkly skin and. Okay. So you have now murdered 3 more people of the town, and you have the girl, aka Sacrifice, unconscious on the bed.
Yeah.
And now, what do you wish to do?
I think
Did make scones.
we're laying low.
Yeah.
We have to wait
Fucking
till
plate of
tonight?
scones
Oh, wow.
he drew on there. Look.
We should have Thelonious, you should go out there once in a while just to save face as your character. As this guy that we killed. Go get dinner and breakfast.
What? No, we have a kitchen. We don't need to. I don't.
Yeah,
want
but we have to not look suspicious. I'm sure he goes there every night.
Well, we don't know that.
I think it would be best if we don't.
Yes, we're going to lay low. If something comes up, we will deal with it.
Kill it? Oh.
No, not kill it.
Oh.
I think maybe in the meantime you should clean that bed. It's a little bloody.
I don't clean things. Yes, I do. I'm gonna go walk in there. How messy it is.
Yeah, it's a bloodbath.
All right. I'd probably start organizing. I wouldn't like clean it, but I would like make it. What would I do? Are there any clean sheets in here?
Probably not. But, I mean, they're on top of the bedspread, so...
I'd probably take the sheets off and fold them neatly and put them under the bed so I don't have to look at it.
Okay. How does that solve
Are
the bodies?
wrapped up in there, or?
Oh, there's bodies.
Yes, there is 2 slaughtered
Okay,
bodies.
better.
One with
I
its
wrapped the
spine ripped out from its back, and the other one with its throat slashed open.
I wrapped the bed sheets on the bodies and then lined them up in a single line over here. One next to another.
That's good.
I'm just gonna stand in the hallway and do nothing.
Okay. All right, so you line up the corpses in a nice clean sheet and lay them out upon the floor.
Where's the scones?
In the kitchen.
Thank you. And I wander away for a while.
Okay.
Wait, are those actual scones? No, it's chickens.
Chickens?
Scones.
My best, okay?
If Satch says that they're scones, they're scones.
Oh, you drew that set.
I call the one that looks like a heart.
Okay, so you basically eat fresh baked scones.
Alone.
Obviously, by the time all this is done, it's still only probably mid-morning. And your sacrificing time is not till tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think we're laying low until something comes to us, right?
Yeah.
Did we gag the young lady there? She gonna yell. She wakes up.
She is not gagged, no. Her hands and
No.
feet are bound, but that's it.
That's stupid. I'm going to fix that.
Okay, so you're going to go and gag her appropriately?
Yeah.
I will
Gag her
make sure-
appropriately.
Yeah.
I will make sure all the windows are properly closed and the curtains drawn so no one can look in and see a death.
Okay. No one can
Yeah, all the
peer in
windows
and
that we
see
have.
a frightful scene from a Stephen King movie. Okay. All right, well, but beyond that, your goal is literally just to stay here, lay low, and do nothing until tomorrow evening?
Think
Okay.
so.
See, I like that. All right, let me roll a percentage dice and see
Now we gotta-
what happens.
Soon are they gonna come and be like,
Stop.
"Oh,
Oh no, they're
What's
dead.
that? Yeah.
You know,
Why is this
Tell
not
him.
working anymore? Huh, hang on. Oh, I know why. Duh, because I'm being dumb. There we go.
Oh, with
Zero,
Thelonious' performance.
9. Okay. Late afternoon. You hear a on the door.
Thelonious.
Thelonious going from. I'll cast Alter Self again.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go close some doors.
Yeah, I hide in the kitchen.
Yes, everyone, places, everyone, places.
I'm where I usually am.
I just want to hear you pop
And-
in the lounge.
And then going
Ready to
here.
welcome our new guests.
Do you want me to be somewhere? Oh, okay. No, I'm just gonna go back here.
Right, so Thelonious, you're basically
I'm gonna
using
close the
your
door.
disguise spell again, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and I don't have control of the character, but I'd walk up and open the door. Coming! Ha!
All right. Standing in the doorway. I'll put him here just so everyone can see the gentleman, but I'm assuming he is not inside the house yet, unless you invite him in.
Okay.
Okay.
I do. Hey!
Oh my
Sir
god.
Thomas.
Yes.
I'm here about the, you know what.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. The
Well,
thing for tomorrow,
do you
right?
have it? He keeps like looking behind him to make sure no one's eavesdropping or whatever.
Yeah.
Perhaps it would be better if I came inside for this
Well,
delicate matter.
No. Diggory had himself a night, and he made a mess of things all over the house. I'll just leave it at that and let your imagination run wild. Unfortunately,
No, I'm not interested in that, I'm afraid. I'd just like to settle up.
absolutely, yes, of course. So settle up. I'm ready when you are.
So,
Wait, saddle or settle?
Oh, come on.
Yes, I've had. I'm sorry. You have to excuse me. I have a splitting headache. Could you just maybe tell me what
are
you're
you
here
feeling
for?
all right?
No, I just said I have a splitting headache.
Um,
Sorry, I didn't mean to
they,
yell.
they
I have a
mentioned that
splitting
you were acting very much out of sorts earlier.
headache. Did I mention the headache?
Yes, you did.
I didn't want to say anything, and I didn't want to say anything. I had to save face in front of the town, but my head is just—it's just killing
Well,
me.
there's the the compensation for the remedy.
Yes, I obviously know what you're speaking of.
So if you just give that to me, I can be on my way.
You're talking about
say no more about it.
You're talking about the V word, right?
V word.
Mm-hmm.
Can I?
Not entirely sure what you're referring to. No, I'm talking more about the G word.
Oh yes, how much is it?
The same as usual.
Absolutely, of course, yes. Here you go. Here is, I'm going to reach in my pocket, 10 shiny gold pieces, which is more than enough, I'm sure, but I want to leave a tip.
Oh, no, that's quite generous under the circumstances. I very much appreciate it.
Yes,
will you be
tell them they do
requiring
good
more
work.
In a couple of weeks' time?
I'm sure we will. So
Excellent.
let them know that that's more of a retainer than anything.
Yes, I'll bear that in mind. Down payment for next week.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. As always, I'll keep it very discreet.
Thank you for stopping by. It was a
And
pleasure
remember,
to see you.
not too much.
Nope. No, I think I've learned my lesson.
Right, and he backs out the door, and he kind of gives you a strange look as he takes a few steps away, but then he looks at the coinage in his hand, and it's like, shrugs his shoulders, and off he just wanders, like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's more of a payoff than anything.
Alrighty. Well, other than that little escapade, yes, the rest of the night goes quietly. You all, you've got wine, you've got food, you've got firewood, you've got blood everywhere. But generally speaking, it's a homely place.
Okay.
I've got murder. I've got corpses. Who could ask? Oh my God! There's the Emlyn. There's the Emlyn song right there.
Yeah.
But like as deadpan as possible.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that night goes uneventfully. The following day, if you're not leaving the house, you hear the general kind of goings on of a small town outside your door as people are walking here, that, in the air. You hear screams and yelling about complaints about the horses that were tragically murdered by the beasts.
Beasts.
And you also hear screams and yelling that, oh my god, it's Jeanette Angrave and Ezold Angrave dead.
Oh.
Found dead in the streets. Oh, the tragedy. They must have been mauled by
Yay.
that undead creature that came into town with the barbarian in the no. Must have been mauled by the demons. They shouldn't have been out at night. Blah 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 blah. But of course, at this point, you do end up having several more. Thomas, come quick!
And this is the same day?
Yes, later on that same day,
My,
when the
okay.
bodies have been discovered.
I got one more of the spell, so I'm going to cast it and go outside.
Okay.
And that's all my slots for it.
All right. There is a middle-aged woman and man standing there. The man has his hat in his hands. Sir Thomas, you better come quick.
Of course. What's the problem?
Just follow me, Thomas, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure. No. Of course. It's been a great day so far.
Okay. Not going to say that in a minute, is he? Okay, so basically, yes, they take you round the side of this house, kind of just down here, right tucked away behind this wagon. And there, tragically, you can see the mutilated and torn corpse of your beloved wife and daughter/mother. He's like, I'm afraid we found them, sir, as we were checking the snares at the edge of the woods. There, it would appear that, unfortunately, the beasts got them last night. I'm terribly sorry, Lord Angrave. I don't know what to say.
Oh my God. Is this some sort of a joke you're playing on me? Because if it is, it's not funny.
They're clearly quite dead there, sir.
No,
that one. I mean, look, you can see the bones and your poor daughter's chest cavity is ripped wide open. This is no joke, I'm afraid, sir.
What has become of my family?
Perhaps he's in denial.
No, this can't be.
Lord
This cannot
Angrave!
be happening.
Snap it! Snap it down! Snap out of it, man! As he starts shaking you and slaps you across the face. He says, "This is your daughter, man, and your wife. They've been killed by the beasts."
I'm sorry, I've had a really bad headache all day.
He's in shock. He must be. Let's get him back to the tavern and get him a nice stiff drink.
No! I need to be alone with my dead family. Please, if you wouldn't mind helping me take my family back to my house, I would be forever grateful of your help in this time of need, please.
I suppose.
Please, I need your help to get my family back to my tavern.
I don't exactly here. Let me pick your daughter up. Oh, hang on a minute. Her intestines fell out. Let's put some of these up in there.
I can't bear to watch this. I can't bear to watch. I'm gonna be sick. Well, I'm gonna be sick. I gotta go back to my house, please.
You go home. We'll arrange to bring the bodies to you for a proper burial.
Thank you. I know that this is a debt I'll never be able to repay, and I'm gonna stumble back to the front door of my house.
There it is. There it is.
God.
Inspiration.
All right, so you go back. You go back to the house. Okay. Where were we?
This is a joke.
So yeah, you get back to the house, and if you do nothing after about 15 minutes, you'll hear.
Yes, I'm going to open the door.
Okay.
Hello?
There are now, instead of the man and the woman, that man is there, but there's also another gentleman, and both of them have got one of your beloveds over their shoulder as they bring them in.
Please, just leave them on the floor here.
Would you not prefer us to put them on the bed?
Leave them on the floor and be gone from my house!
Well, fair enough, sir. And they plop them both down, and they, beg your pardon, sir, and they back out the door, kind of nodding and tapping their hats.
Yes, the humanity of it all. I'm going to wait until they're kind of out of earshot.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay. I hope I can roll if I can't select my character. Let's see.
If not, just do d20 plus whatever the plus is.
Yeah, let's see. No, it went.
A 12. Okay, yeah, you do overhear. He ain't half kidding. There's something weird with him. Something very strange. You don't think he's somehow been taken over by what's in the tower, do you? Oh, I don't know. Maybe we'd have a chat about this back at the tavern. Come on.
Okay.
Alrighty, and there is a vote. Let's see. Oh no, it's not a vote for inspiration. What the hell? That's the ugliest Jane thing I've ever seen in my life.
What?
Oh my god. That's
Oh,
disgusting.
Wow.
That's horrific.
Why?
What is that?
Wow, what
Oh
an
my
atrocity.
god. Horrible. I'm gonna have nightmares.
Oh, man.
I need to recover. Can we take our break now, please?
I think there's nothing left to do but cut to break real quick for that. 'Cause, I mean, holy shit, nightmares. All right, we are going to need a break after seeing that. Thank you, Paul. So we will use this moment to take a short break as it's that time.
Everything you dreamed it would be.
I'm so glad
That's horrible.
my life.
So as per usual, we'll stagger it out. So me, Thelonious, and Tolgar will take a short break. When we return, we'll swap it out with Satch and Shagget, and then we'll get things back going. So don't go away, guys. We'll be right back. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask them. And if you really need to go and shudder...
I think Snug's got inspiration. Damn it, Christy.
Alright, guys, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Oh, my sides hurt. Like legitimately hurt. They're like cramping.
Oh, that's. I think Snugs put it best when he said, "Oh God."
Oh my lord, that was
This is a joke.
fucking Snugs, man. We definitely need to do the cooking with conch video before we continue because that's inspiration he deserves. Yeah, absolutely.
We must spotlight Snugs tonight.
Yeah,
Very important.
MVP, man, MVP.
Best our peer.
Seriously. Hey, what's up, Vega? What's going on? Yeah, any questions for us scrub our peers out there? Or are you going to hold it all in for when Snugs gets back?
What did I just see on that picture? I don't understand, but it's buried in my brain. Have you read the Bible? It's like a lot of the details in the Bible mentioned that this would happen, and it's called Revelations.
What are you talking about right now? There's no Bible talk here. We're playing D&D, the devil's game.
As Anthrax, we'll get back to. I think the schedule got kind of messed up with Gore, so he'll put it straight. Immortal, the fee was obviously for the tavern person knocking the subjects out. At least that's my assumption. Snugs just paid him way too much money.
It was something like that. Yeah.
Any other questions?
This is a cool stream. What's happening?
I don't know. Satch is being Satch. There he goes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
There we go. I'm glad I stuttered right now.
Game Dad, we're just on a quick 5-minute break. We need to recuperate from what
that
you just watched.
Which just happened.
Oh man. Looks like we're gonna fireball that in after all, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Immortal. Being undead, I can't get health from healing spells. So I have to be very... There are 2 ways I can get health back. One is from Vampiric Touch, the spell, and one is from my claws. I can siphon, but it's a lot less damage and health. And it's always half of what I deal. It's one of the downsides of being an undead person. Xanthrax, not looking likely, although she is doing quite well. But I don't think she'll make it back, unfortunately. Game Dead. So we're using Zoom for the video and audio, Roll20 for the visuals and maps, and obviously OBS for capture. And then overlays that Satch has done. He does all the overlays. Because he's talented like that.
Ooh, I got my new overlays from Satch. I gotta implement those.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you more of the individual assets so you can play around with it more, but yeah, figured I'd get you one.
It's good, guys. He's good at that.
Aww.
No.
Did Thelonious raid the chest? I missed the beginning, but the end of the last stream, he got the key.
I don't think he actually opened it.
I thought there was not much in there. We could re-ask.
Yeah. It was like...
There were clothes?
Yeah, if I recall, it was like disappointing, but it might have just been because I checked the...
No, it was his armor, wasn't it? The guy's armor and sword. Yeah. Kyla's young again. She got...
Kyla's young again, yep. What was that?
No, I didn't want to interrupt you, so go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, no, that got turned back, and Kyla doesn't miss being young anymore because Kyla is quite young. Didn't like being old.
Yeah. Going into the Feywilds for all those sessions, the time was a lot slower, right? So we were only gone like an hour tops in the Prime Material Plane. So that was a relief to some of the party members.
Yep. Well, mostly just me, yeah.
Yeah, I think Toldar wanted to stay old.
Yeah.
I think he liked it.
He had to be convinced to not stay old, yeah. He thought it meant that it gave him more like wisdom to be a chief of his tribe. It didn't really, though.
No, it just made him old. Equating gray hair with wisdom is... Dude, Doc just killed you, Jane.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
All right.
You win.
I think I saw that earlier, so there you go, Joe. Let's go, baby. I was too busy laughing at Snugs to participate.
At Snugs.
Oh, that was hilarious.
God, it was so good. It was so good. Just the way he opens every conversation as totally Thelonious Conjure that has to stop and go, yeah, I'm a grumpy guy. Yeah. This is me being grumpy. It's so good. He's like some kind of guy who's good at acting.
It's like he's a role player.
On a channel about it. Doing it.
Come on, Joe. You're not going to duel me? Oh, I see how it is.
No. If you smell what the doc is cooking, is it scones?
All right, let's swap it out real quick.
Bless you, Court.
I will be but a minute.
Will you? And there you go, Sancho shuddered, and so shag it. Alrighty.
Hi.
Seems
Jane,
remarkably quiet in
I really
here.
do think you should make that Who Could Ask for Anything More starring Emlyn.
Who could ask for anything?
How funny would that be? I've got
Yeah.
corpses.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Especially,
I've got bloodlust.
we forced Shagget to be the main singer on the last song, too.
Who could ask for anything more?
I've got rhythm. I've got corpses.
All right, well, it looks like while we were
Mine.
gone, the vote for inspiration
Who could ask for
carried
anything
quite
more?
successfully.
Yeah.
So you get a inspiration point, Snuggler.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yay! Congrats.
I appreciate it.
See, chat doesn't hate you. After,
Anymore.
I know. That's all you talk about is how much chat hates you
I do talk about that.
every day.
Did you open the chest? Because last stream you said you got the key to it. I think I did. And I think there was just stuff that Thelonious didn't really care about in there.
It was riding boots and gold.
Yeah,
and,
it wasn't nothing that I
long
cared
sword was
about.
in there.
Yes, again, nothing I cared about. Theo is all about like powerful magic items. If it's not something of that, he doesn't really care about it.
Right.
So he just kind of
Moves, power suit, power tie.
yeah. He was like, ee! And when he saw nothing like shiny, mystical, he just said, "Forget it."
Yeah. So we got any fun questions to answer while we're
I want to see more of Thelonious trying to act as other people. That's a good time.
Well, it's funny
in my humble opinion.
Well, it's like I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I could do the impersonation of him, but that's not any fun.
It's so do a bad impersonation.
Yeah, it's more fun just to way like overact it and just be bad. It's way funnier to me and more entertaining for me to do. Because Thomas is a pretty like, you know, mild-mannered person, at least that we've kind of had the interaction with, and I'm like, nah, that's boring. I'm going all out.
What are your favorite books / collections? I mean, if you're talking about collections of books,
Goosebumps.
No, I like all of the Legends of Sigmar
likes
series.
Terry Pratchett.
I do like Terry Pratchett.
I like the Hardy Boys.
I didn't like that. I preferred Nancy Drew.
Oh, okay, I still like Goosebumps.
She's hot.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. Great. Harry Potter.
Nope, not yet. Have not got this round out because I haven't done enough. Yeah, I like Legend of Sigmar. Most of the Warhammer fantasy novels I like. Not really so much on the 40K.
King Killer Chronicles. You love it, Vega. I love it. I love it, Vega.
Ooh,
Big fan.
What else?
ooh.
Just if it's a decent
Really
fantasy
just
series, I
auto-tune that.
probably like it.
Oh, you love it.
Oh, getting loose.
Shaggy's
Nice,
back, so
yeah.
we can bring him back in.
I'm so excited to see Patrick Rothfuss do some D&D at PAX this weekend.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, it is PAX this weekend.
Wrote
Isn't
the
it?
King Killer Chronicles.
Oh, sweet.
You're on book 2? Nice, Paul. I need to read this more.
Aragon the books, not the movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
the books are good. I didn't hate the movie as a movie. It sucked as a attempt at basically following the book, but if you just take it as a standalone piece of crap movie, it's popcorn worthy. That's about it.
Anything by R.L. Stein. Which is Goosebumps,
Yeah,
by the way.
most of the stuff that R.A. Salvatore does, they're good too.
Oh. Rocks,
Weiss and
that's-
Hickman, anything they
remains to
did,
be
like
seen.
Dragonlance stuff, that was
More
all
years.
good.
15 more years, Jax. No, I'm gonna give it 5 more years for real though.
We've only got a few weeks until the
Christmas.
final season of Game of Thrones. That's a thing.
It's coming.
I need to remember what happened in every
Winter's coming.
Winter's coming, basically.
Okay, Applegate.
Again.
Yes, the Animorphs. The Animorphs.
It's still winter and it's still
Animorphs.
coming. The Iron Druids Chronicles, yeah.
Hey, do you guys remember that Coors Light commercial? And they kept
Probably
saying,
not.
and twins in it.
Yeah.
How old were you talking?
I don't know, like maybe 10 years. It's like, I love watching football games and twins. And they said it like that every time. Oh, I don't know
Yeah.
what made me think of that.
Well, it's a song, but
And twins. Like that's like whenever they heard that, guys were like, twins. hey, since we're still vamping, you guys want to see a picture of Garfield I drew?
Oh my god.
There it is.
Hey, that's good.
that's not actually
bad.
that's not terrible. That's a
Guys.
good picture.
Can I try to draw Garfield based off my memory of what I just saw just now?
I don't know if you guys know this, but have we gone over this? I'm actually Chris Tactics, and I'm just like pretending to be here in chat, and I'm the actual artist for everything.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't
Proof.
do that.
Hey,
You're
you
like
guys
Milli
wanna
Vanilli.
You guys want to see Snoopy too? Huh?
Nice.
Huh? Art's not hard.
right, I
Stats, Chris
Garfield.
Tactics. Art's easy.
Here he is.
That looks just like it. That's exactly what he drew.
Hey, so
Cool.
Right, he's
up?
back.
Kyla takes a vow of silence
What?
Forever.
Oh no, why?
because art's not hard.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I traced it.
He's a
No, I
bum.
didn't
Ignore
trace
him. Alrighty.
Ignore him.
He was more taking digs at Chris Tactics than you, that's for sure.
I think we have to spotlight
I was.
Because he just
a
hates.
Snugs video now.
He loves to hate her. So
I do.
Oh yeah, we were gonna show Cooking with Punch.
we were.
Snugs
It'll have to come at the end now because we're already
Cooking with conch.
too much time on. We'll run it at the out. We'll run it after the outro.
Okay.
Good.
Let's see. Okay, so yeah. That this evening then. On to this evening. This is the thing that matters. It's this evening. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was the next day.
Yeah, the night of the happening.
All right.
Yeah,
Yep. So we're going to
okay.
fast forward to the night of the happening. So, first of all, the following day, soon as this means that poor girl has had nothing to eat or drink for almost 48 hours, is anybody going to take care of her in any way, shape, or form, or do you don't care that much?
I don't care.
I don't
She's
think
just
I
gonna
would.
die.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I think we need her all to like be alive, but I don't care. I wouldn't care how healthy she was.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe have a sip of water and shut
Yeah,
up.
she just needs to be a wriggling worm on the hook.
All right. Okay.
Sniffing little
So,
worm.
what time do you wish to go northeast? Sorry,
well, I'll say,
northwest. Northwest, it should be. Northwest into the forest to look for a small clearing that has a gallows attached to it.
Yeah, I'll say, well, before Thomas met his untimely demise, he said that it was dusk of what time the sacrifice, or at least what time they brought the sacrifice in, and they left. I would say it was not to be around the demon, though we're kind of obviously going to stick around, so maybe get there a little early. Be prompt.
Now, an hour before dusk?
Yes, we can scope out the area, find a good ambush site.
Okay. Show me where you wish to enter the forest and head northwest from.
Here?
That's
Well,
east.
That would be east.
Sorry. Here? Wow.
just ask here.
I probably would want to cross the bridge here, right?
Here.
And then go
Is
up
it,
to
okay,
the right.
so you think it's on
Yeah,
this side of the
think
river?
there.
Or
There.
Well, there's that wagon there. We could probably.
Here?
No, honestly, I would think here, no, because
Yeah.
it's like where the angle is on the trees.
Yeah.
okay. What I'm trying to get at is northwest in the forest, in a very thick, big, large, huge, massive, dense forest, is a pretty vague frigging thing to find at night, or as it starts to get dark. You're looking for a small clearing with a little gallows in it.
Here?
Basically, as it becomes afternoon, we'd want to go.
Okay, like earlier.
It's not going to be
after-
an easy thing to find by any means, with the direction of purely it's northwest in the woods somewhere.
Yeah, I think. I mean, not leaving when it's darker dusk, like light dusk.
But if we
Right?
need more time to search,
Yeah, no, I'd say before that. Even.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Not leaving while it's starting to. So
That's what I mean. Is before that.
all right. So like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, right?
yeah.
So to buy yourselves a few hours to search.
Right.
Just in case it's
Okay.
not incredibly easy to find.
You all gonna just wander around in the forest in that direction as a group? You want to divide up? What's your game plan for finding this obscure point somewhere in the forest?
And in the general direction, and I'd probably be
Well-
scouting around.
Yeah. Kyla, you have been known to at least sort of, kind of track things. Yes. I mean,
Sort of, kind of, yes.
but
I only, tracked a bounty hunter to save you.
All right. A simple yes would have sufficed, but moving on. Is there a path of the forest that seems a little more traveled than others?
I could look for one, but I can't tell from here.
What I mean with... Oh, I thought we were the Force Warrior. I'm sorry.
No, I mean I'm assuming you're. That's why I was asking whereabouts you want to start looking. So you said
Okay.
where.
So we pinged right here at the right.
Yeah.
All right,
That
so
little corner.
you pretty much are thinking we're going to go from here and then head northwest into the forest from this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Hold on a second. Let me,
And worst thing comes to worst, we just don't do it. Wait for them to come kill the town, come back, get whatever we need, and then go to the tower.
What?
Why is this
What?
doing this? Okay, there we go. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so Kyla, you have tracking skill?
It'd be under survival, wouldn't it?
Well, if it allows you to use your survival as a tracking skill.
Yeah.
Okay. Then give me a survival skill roll in and around this little clearing area here.
It's not very good, but it'll do.
14. Okay. There are a few boot prints and stuff coming in and out of this place.
Okay.
Doesn't look in any way well worn, that's for sure.
You wouldn't want it to be.
It's a clearing, correct?
Maybe it'd be easier if we just use that thing while we fly over the trees. And
Well, why don't one of you fly and just scour over to see if you see a clearing? You're much quicker.
very inconspicuously fly over the trees, yes.
I can't fly. Barbarians don't fly.
Well, I was speaking more to Thelonious,
Then
giving
look
the
at
ability
them.
to
Well,
one
look
of
at-
us to do.
You were eyeballing me when you said that.
What do you think, Thelonious?
Well, here's what I think. I think that if we are going to go up against something as terrible as everybody says it is, I'm going to need to be at my tippiest, most toppiest shape, and going around casting flying spells on everyone.
Can't be 40 years younger.
It would just be on one person one time to get a bearing of a clearing.
That being said, it might be best to just find it with the time we have and then use that to get back.
I don't care about traveling quickly. I just want to find it so we know where it is.
Exactly. So let's try giving it a look. I mean, there are certain tracks going up this way. Just
Can't
pick one about.
Can't you try climbing like a tall tree or something?
Okay.
Would that help?
Is there any tree in the forest that's noticeably higher than all the other trees, or are they all
Not
the
that
same?
you can see from here. It is an incredibly dense forest, I'll tell you that much. The trees are very tightly packed in, so it is...
Could I
Even
try
at
to
2
figure out-
o'clock in the afternoon, in the trees, it is pretty dark in there.
Can I try to look at the ground to see if I see better any footprints?
Do you
or
have a
something?
tracking skill?
I have survival.
Yeah, but it has to specifically be a thing that allows you to use that to track.
Nope. Can I look with
No.
my eagle eyes to see if I see anything better than anybody else can?
You can try to look into the trees, and you will see very clearly at least maybe up to 20 feet into the forest before you just can't see through more trunks and branches and all that stuff.
There's forest that way.
All right, who wants to be the one to fly around? I'm getting quite tired of it. It's an old trick.
That's an odd thing to say.
I think Kyla or Emlyn.
Well, who's it gonna be?
Elman's
choice.
not going to have any fun with it. You might as well put it where it's going to do the most good.
Okay, and I'm going to cast Flight on Kyla.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I will
Up
throw that up. Oops, that's a little too. Haha, whoops, there you go.
Okay. So yeah, for 10 minutes, basically, you can fly at a speed of 60 feet. So, what do you want to do?
I'm going to try and keep it down to the trees, just over the canopy, not trying to bring any attention to me in case anyone will be looking, but I'm going to fly in the direction and look for...
Okay. I'm going to ask you in that case to go ahead, if you will, and make a stealth check for me, as you are deliberately trying not to be seen.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Yikes! Oh,
That's
shit.
nice.
Oh no!
And Kyla's down. Demon arm from the woods.
Well, that's
No.
And for chat, that's the other side of that roll. Okay. So, Kyla, you go up into the air and begin into the forest above the trees. At which point, you can now give me a perception check.
Okay.
Because
you
it
got
is
your one out of the way. You're good.
it is
Zach.
still fairly early, so it is bright enough that you might see this. Okay. Even though it's pretty misty and foggy, once you're kind of up to the tree line, the mist is pretty much below you. Probably a good mile or so from the edge of the forest, you can indeed see a small stone tower risen up in the distance. Let me give you a picture of it, if you're really nice. There you go. That's what you see.
Oh.
Far off in the distance. However, you also witness coming out of some of those archways on the top what appear to be 3 winged humanoids with massive, wide, arcing bat wings that, like, as soon as you start floating up and begin across, they're perched there, and then they just drop down out the tower and push their wings out and begin to swoop and are gliding directly in your direction as fast as their wings will carry them towards you.
Uh-oh.
I'm going back kind of immediately.
Okay. Alright, so you turn tail and zoom back.
Yeah.
Okay, once you get back, what are you doing? Are you staying airborne? Are you going down to the ground?
So the tower you said was northeast?
Northwest.
Northwest, okay, so it's in the direction of the tower.
Yep.
Okay.
Which would make sense if that's where they put the clearing, so obviously they'd want to put it somewhere between here and the tower.
So
that was fast.
So that actually kind of gives you a bit of a bearing, ironically, because, I mean, logic will tell you it's going to be somewhere over that way. So he kind of, within probably in no more than about 45 to 60 seconds, suddenly comes zooming back to the ground.
Okay, so there's 3 of them on patrol, and they don't seem to like me, so we best keep it under the trees, but it's most likely between the tower and here, so why not make it under the guise of being in a dark, creepy, monster-infested forest?
That's what I tried to say in the first place.
We have a bearing at least, so we can go.
Yeah, follow me. I'm gonna go ahead and start walking in the direction of the tower.
All right, you all break into the forest. As you do so, you kind of hear a faint sound above the trees that goes as you hear 3 things glide past. Again, the canopy is incredibly dense, so it's very unlikely that they could have seen you all the way down on the ground. But clearly there's something up there flying around. As I said to Satch, whatever they were humanoid, and they had incredibly big bat-like wings. Almost demonic, you might say. Okay. And you continue to wade through the forest. Alright, so Satch, go ahead, and how long this is going to take is going to depend on your survival skill roll. The fuck?
What was
that?
Holy shit!
Jesus. That's a
that
bad
noise?
creature?
That wasn't me.
I think that was Satch.
Ah!
Yeah, it's Satch.
Satch.
You're underwater,
You're right,
Satch.
Went
Stop
crazy,
drowning.
man.
Mute.
What is happening?
I don't know. Mute your mic. I'm scared.
That is
Oh
weird.
my god.
Let's give him a
That
second
scared
to
me
look
so
at that
bad. I thought we had
strange
scare
demonic
alerts
microphone
on.
sound. Sounds like something out of Call of Cthulhu just infested his house. You're muted right now. That was weird.
You're muted on Zoom, if that's what you're curious about.
Yeah, I was just getting that working for.
There you go. Now the horrible demonic sound is not in your house. That's good.
I was about to give you
We have
inspiration again.
exorcise the demon.
Yeah. We will exercise.
Okay. All right. So survival skill roll of an 8. Yeah. So I'm gonna do this.
That's not very good.
Oh, shite.
Not the best. You could roll lower. Ooh.
All right. And you said it was about 2 when you came in here, right? Ish.
Yeah.
All right. It is definitely dark, or beginning to get dark, when you finally stumble across the clearing that you deem to probably be what you're looking for. Let me go ahead and let me go ahead. Let me go and pick up your sacrifice too, because you wouldn't want to leave that behind, would you?
Leave her behind. I'm sure I was the one that kind of slumped her over my shoulder and carried her the whole time.
All right. Okay. So here you dudes are. As I said, it is kind of dark by the time you eventually find the clearing here with your sacrifice. And it's less so much of a clearing, more than just a spot in the woods that there are not that many trees in. So there is actually a beam of moonlight beginning to shine down. As you can see, the stalks are right here in the center.
Right, put her in.
Oh, I just noticed I've done this map incorrect. Hold on. It is sized wrong, but I can fix that while you're doing things. And let me just repair this real fast. Okay, so once you kind of get there, boom, and let me just do this. Fixed. That didn't take long, did it? Okay. Yeah, so you can see the little clearing in the area in the center where the stalks are.
Okay.
But as I said, it is already pretty much dark by now.
All right. Do you want me? Yeah, I'm gonna kind of go in front of everyone with the girl. Oops.
Okay.
Take a look at the gallows here and how I can set her up in this.
Pretty much what it looks
Nice
like
and
is, I mean, it's
comfortably.
like a stocks where you just lift up the T-bar, put her hands in, put her head through it, close it back down, and put the bolt in.
Cool. I'm going to do all that very meticulously. Make sure her head's
All right.
got a little towel for some comfort.
What's everybody else doing while Tolgar is setting her up for a nice stock?
I'm just gonna be looking around.
Yeah, scanning the woods.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
I'm gonna be looking for a tree that would be a nice place of like camouflage.
Pick one. I mean, choose a tree that you see and climb up it. What is that?
Is that a person spying on us?
No, that shouldn't be
Another
there.
person spying on us?
Oh, I know what that is.
Is that Kian Reason?
It was actually, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Because I borrowed the base of this map from a different map to make it faster.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so you're going to climb up this tree.
So nostalgic.
All right. So you're climbing up a tree. You're setting up stalks. So yeah, let's get a perception check from Thelonious and from Kyla.
okay. Perception.
Ooh, Satch!
Yikes, good for you.
snap.
Natural 20.
Thatch took care of it. It's fine.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah, it's
that
good.
made up for what just happened.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm not looking.
Because your supply spell to essentially.
All right. So Satch, while you're there, kind of watching and vigilant, you can see from this direction, coming towards your direction, something large and sinister. It is got four. It is basically equine-ish, with big, bulging arms, glowing eyes, and demonic horns. And that's about all you can see from this distance. But it's already coming, so it's like you guys are like literally out of time. You've got to scramble. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna dip back in cover, and I'm just going to try and like get everyone's attention while I'm doing it. Just like they're here. It's time. And I'm gonna try and find like a spot over here.
Okay, so you're going to basically, they're here, and then run behind that tree.
I'm going to run behind this tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna start priming some arrows in demon blood.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to go to this tree. Wait, how big are these squares? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think a square is like 30 maybe on this map.
Oh, that's huge. Okay.
Yeah, then I'm getting behind this tree then. If he says they're coming from that way, I'm getting back as far as I
No,
can.
they're 20. Sorry, these are 20. All right, so Emily had already started climbing that particular tree.
Yes.
And you stalked up and ran and put her here, and you guys moved in behind that. Okay, Emlyn, you'll see it first.
Oh, yay. Ugh.
Aw, he's cute.
Let me see. Get back on. Get back on there, you. None of that messing about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna attack first because I'm not stupid.
All right, so that's kind of what this thing looks like. It is, its back is kind of like scaled armor. And as I said, it's like looking at its head. It's got like a protruding jaw, almost wolf-like, with ginormous fangs. It has got kind of strange, curved and arced horns out to the side. Huge muscular arms that are with massive claw-like talons on the end of it. The tail goes all the way down to what appears to be breaking out of the skin of the tail itself is a massive bony blade that's got serrated edge attached to it as well. As it comes wandering out slowly from the trees, sniffing the air as it does so. Alrighty, so let me have a quick look at this. What are you
Trying
doing?
to find
next,
its
Nick?
weakness. Is its heart protruding from its body underneath?
Is there a very large red?
It does have a big red circle right here that says
Oh, perfect,
hit
right on the
here.
shoulder.
Yeah. Okay.
Massive.
Alrighty. All of you that hid, you need to give me a stealth check.
Yikes.
Hey.
Hey, crap.
Oh no. Why? Come on.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
My rolls are not
Ooh,
good.
yes.
Oh, that's
Okay, so
exactly what we don't need.
Thelonious on a 5, Emlyn with a 5,
Oh, do I need one?
Tolgar on a 21, yep, and we need a roll from you.
Gee.
I'll be fine.
Oh.
Hey, okay. Alright, you see this thing stop, like, short of the clearing here. And then you literally see it, like, lower its head. Glances up and looks straight up the tree to where Emlyn is poised.
Yeah.
Shifts its head and squints. Initially, Tolgar thinks it's seen him, but then he realizes it's actually looking past him. But it seems to be kind of like squinting, like it thinks something's back there, but it's not 100% sure. And then it kind of looks at the creature, but it is definitely scanning the clearing. With that, unless any of you wish to act or do something this second, if you do, say so.
Just
Nope.
ready to shoot, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
It basically takes a few steps backwards and goes into the cover of the trees behind you, or kind of behind it.
Well, first I have to ask one question.
Uh-huh.
Never mind, he's way too far away. I was going to try to do a... Yeah, never mind.
Okay, so clearly it sensed something, saw something, and is not stupid enough to walk headlong into that clearing, into your ambush.
Dang it.
Oh, it was all for nothing.
Killer.
Okay, I'm gonna move up this way to this tree here.
Okay.
And still kind of scanning scanning the direction over there.
All right.
Because I think he's gonna come from behind us now.
What's the matter? Paranoid?
If I see Thelonious do that, I'm gonna get paranoid and probably do the same.
Okay. So you've all kind of moved in a little closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, close ranks a bit here.
All right. So it is going to make a stealth check. And you guys are all going to make a perception roll to see if you can spot it. And for
Come on,
chat,
Theo.
that's the DC.
Come on, Theo, give me one good throw.
Oh, no.
God.
Oh.
Come on, come on.
Oh, no.
Alrighty, okay.
Get the drop.
Doing great already.
Kylo's down.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeepers.
Early boned.
Okay. Hang on a
Take the
second.
fail. Ugh.
I don't want that. What I want...
Man, that was hideous.
this.
Ooh, shit. Got excited.
All right. Suddenly you hear a crashing sound
Yay!
coming from behind. We're going to roll a d4. And we're going to randomly decide it's a chosen path of attack. Because I don't want to be the one that picks who dies. So 1 is Emlyn, 2 is Tolgar, 3 is Kyla, and 4 is going to be Thelonious.
Come on.
Ha-ha-hooey. Not cooey. Woo.
Oh,
Sorry, Theo.
We're all like, yay!
Yay, it's Theo!
No. It's
All right. You hear suddenly as something rapidly bursts out of the trees. You see a blue flash of light that lights up all the trees around you, and you hear a loud and literally out of this thing's body, almost like a firefly that had a whole bunch of energy built up into it, a blast of lightning comes blasting forward, 60-foot long arc,
Oh my god.
and 10 foot wide. So from here,
Oh, wow.
What the?
That's amazing.
What is happening there?
okay. Alrighty. So it lets loose a bolt of lightning 6 foot wide. Each creature in the line must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw. So give me a DC 15 dexterity saving throw if you would.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely in the range. Like, that's just weird.
Dex saving throw. Oh boy.
Okay.
my
In
God,
that
dude.
case,
My
you're
rolls are
eating
so
all
bad.
of this.
Oh jeez.
There's no
Oh,
50s.
Sorry?
No, sorry, it's just a roll 20 thing.
Oh, you trying to work out if it hits the girl or not?
No, it's just there's no number 50 for some reason when you take it diagonally in that direction.
Oh, I never noticed that. And like,
It
oh, it
went
just
from
skips
40
from
to
40 to
60.
60. That's interesting. Anyway. All right. So you are going to eat this.
Oh man. This is not good. It's the opposite.
25 points of electrical damage slams into Thelonious.
Okay.
I know he's full. I know he's still alive, but that did not feel good at all. For chat, I have to make a dice roll, and based on whether this is a 5 or a 6, means a thing. So, chat will be my witness, and well, you guys will be my witness as well. Let me see if this is a 5 or a 6. It is not. Okay.
I'd like to roll an initiative.
All right. Yeah, I think initiatives at this point might be in order.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Emlyn.
Whoa! Wow.
Natural 20.
Hey!
One good roll. I have not rolled one good
Got
roll.
a 22.
Oh, you cheater! You rolled twice.
I had to.
Well, you choose to.
Natural
And, yeah, and one for
20.
damage. Alrighty. Okay. Well, if nothing else, while it might have got the drop, you guys do have some good initiatives. So let's go ahead and jot those down real quick. So Emlyn on a 20.
I love how Satch. I got a nat 20, but Satch is still higher than me.
Kyla 24. Tolgar 24. Theo 9. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. He was just he's in shock, literally. And let me roll for the thing.
That was shockingly bad.
Natural 20.
And it's gonna go on there. Okay. Okie dokie. All right. So once this pretty much happens, so what happens in the way, because there's technically no surprise round, everybody that it beats, it just goes before, or anyone that beats it, it goes before anyway. So Thelonious, as you are next in the order, you actually get to act this turn.
Okay. Awesome. I'm going to retreat. And I'm going to do so by... Let's see. Because I know it's really... God, it's so... 60 feet would be...
Yeah, it's doing that thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
I think it does it to compensate for the... I think it thinks it's doing it to compensate for the angles and stuff. I don't know, but... But I mean, just go to where...
I'm running behind here. I'm going up here. I'm going to cast... Or no, I'm not going to cast anything, actually.
So you're gonna run and get behind that tree is what you're doing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then do
And
it, sir.
I'm just getting out of the way.
Okay.
And then I'll take up my action as well.
Alrighty. So with that being said, it will be the start of the regular round. And where did I just write those initiatives? Oh, there they are. Okay. So Tolgar and Kyla, you both act at exactly the same time. What do you want to do?
Okay. I mean, it's predictable what I want to do.
Right. I'm gonna wait for Kyla to go.
Okay. So yeah, I would be basically popping out here and...
So are you organizing that, or?
I don't think it's like organized as much as like I'm just gonna pop out and shoot it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like Tolgar is aware of a game plan here. That's why he's waiting for you to move first, or
No. I was just...
okay. All right.
Come on.
So we're just going to let you go first. Is basically what we're saying.
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
So
yeah.
go ahead and you roll.
Okay. So yep, 2 attacks, and then it's let me check something really quick. Sorry about that.
All right.
It hasn't taken its turn in the combat. Okay, so it has. So it had the first round. So I don't get the auto.
No, you
thing.
do not get that.
So no advantage.
Because it
here,
actually technically got the drop on you guys, so.
Yep. I don't like that. So there's one shot, and that's with the demon blood arrows.
The arrows dipped in demon blood?
Demon.
Alright, yep, that will hit. Okay, does 10 points of damage. Do you have any additional damage from your abilities or anything that apply?
I think it has to be.
Don't think it does it?
If I roll with advantage, so it would have to be. Yeah,
you definitely don't have advantage.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case then, just roll an additional 1d8 damage to it for the demon blood that's added.
Mm-hmm. Yay!
For 2. Alright. So the first arrow hits it. How many arrows, or how many, have you been keeping up with how many doses you have left?
Yes.
And how many arrows did you pre-dip?
I have it taken down here.
Because like once you've dipped them, it's not like you can take it back off. So
I had 3 of them. So
you did 3?
Yeah, which means I have 2 left actually.
Okay, all right. But so you've got 3 arrows. So the one you just shot and 2 more are already dipped in demon blood.
Yes.
Okay. Then you want to fire the second one?
Yep. Boom.
And that will also hit. And again, roll an extra d8.
Yay!
Yay! God.
Alrighty. Okay.
Builds out in the series.
Tolgar. So you see a couple of low arced arrows bank out from under the tree, low enough to buzz through the air and hit this thing, kind of glancing off of its body. What do you want to do?
Right. I think when I look through to try to see him, he's still very far away from me. It's like 80 feet or something. So I'm gonna wait until see which way he goes, and if he's gonna approach us, and
so it's 5e. So if you're holding an action, you have to specify what it is you're holding it for.
Okay, if he starts charging in our direction, then I will rage and run towards him.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
In that case, Emlyn Sin.
I am still in the tree.
You are.
I have line of sights. Or is that little tree getting in my way?
Well, the problem is it is pretty dense. So if you're up in the canopy of one of these trees, you probably have got branches all around you that's going to cause you a line of sight problem.
Okay, so I am... And how far up am I? Would you say I climb?
I mean, if you basically spend at least a round climbing, so you're probably halfway up the tree, maybe. So you can come back down to the ground this turn if that's what you want to do.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Can I get a shot off, or is that like my full...
That would be your full round. Because you spend a full action climbing up there, so it's logical. I would let you drop down and make a dex check, and if you successfully tumble, then I will allow you to make an action. But if you fail, you might hurt yourself, so that's your choice.
Well, I'm undead, so I don't hurt myself, but I get your point. I will...
You may damage some of your body.
I will give that a try, even though my dex is horrible. So...
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, then, go ahead.
Acrobatics?
And give me an acrobatics roll, yeah?
Woo!
Yeah, okay.
12.
So, yeah, you kind of start to scramble down, and then you just reach out to one of the lower hanging branches and swing yourself down to the ground, which accelerates that. You do land on the ground in a viable position, so if you wish to make an action, I will permit it.
Okay, I will be blasting them twice. It's the simplest thing. So Eldritch Blast twice.
Okay.
First one.
Ooh.
And second one. Ooh.
All right. 26 and a 17. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Eldritch Blast.
Bingo, 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 bingo.
They both hit.
Bingo, bango, chimichango.
So that's 18 points. Nice.
Awesome.
Okie
Superhero
dokie.
landing post.
It is its turn. Okie dokie. It does not have that back, so instead it is going to... Let's see here.
Go for Kyla.
I just realized how high you rolled on that damage for me, Gore. Nothing was below a 3.
All right. Yes, it is bolting into the clearing. So,
it bolts back to intercept.
All right.
Yes.
So you get your movement to it. It gets its movement to you. So go ahead and move to meet it midway.
Okay. Hello.
All right. And
Nice to meet you.
it wouldn't have got to attack Kyla this round, but it will get to attack you because you've got to it before it's completed a move. So you both get to swing at each other.
Nice. Who's first?
You can go first. Player's
All right.
prerogative.
I'll do my reckless attack.
Okay.
I know. I'm gonna do it though.
But I
What are
see
you
why it
using?
makes sense.
What are you hitting it with?
Huh?
What are you hitting it with?
My sword, my
Okay.
magic sword.
All right.
So here's my first attack. Oh, and I'm raging. Yes, I'm raging.
All right. That will hit.
And my second attack. Come on. Swing at him. Hoping to hit. Oh, wow.
All right. You hit it
5
twice
damage.
for a
Five.
total of 25.
Interesting.
Why did it roll so low the second?
I don't know.
Because she didn't click the rage.
Because
Oh
you
yeah,
just
it only rolled the.
you just rolled the 5.
Just gave you plus
It
five,
did
didn't
5
give you
damage,
any-
which was the D8 roll, I think.
Oh, can you add +2 to that?
Yeah.
Thanks.
But that's still not enough, is
Wait,
it?
+3. Sorry, plus.
And your dice, it didn't roll the.
Oh, so should I just redo it? Okay.
Yeah, just we'll count the attack, just re-roll and we'll count the damage.
Yeah.
There
So
you go.
For 20.
Hey,
That
that's
worked
what
out
I
for
like
you,
to
didn't it?
see.
40.
There we
All
go.
right.
Wow.
Okay,
Really messed
nice.
that up, guys.
Monstrous.
All right, yeah, you go crashing into it with 2 nice lunges with your sword of justice.
No virgin for you.
All right.
Reckless attack, though, man. That's dangerous.
Hey, it is. It's not bad at all. All right. So what it is actually going to do, the first thing it does is rears up and attempts to kick you with its 2 front hooves.
Okay.
Rears up and will be a 16, which I don't think hits.
No.
As its feet come down, it lunges in with its massive claws.
Okay.
This thing's ridiculous.
+8.
So many attacks on one little critter. Your little face.
It's got so many weapons on its body.
Kicks forward, he kicks
Which
Yes!
also misses, and then,
Okay.
like a
Oh my
scorpion,
God.
as you basically step
Scorpion.
back to dodge the hooves, and then duck underneath the slashing claws, over its back, whoosh, the serrated blade comes flying with an attempt to impale you.
Oh my god! It's a miss.
And it also misses. Basically,
Wow.
it sticks in the
Oh,
ground
I got
next to
so
your right
lucky.
foot, and as it pulls it out, a shower of
Oh
dirt goes.
shit! Oh, that's right. He has advantage because I did reckless attack.
Oh, yeah, he does.
On
doesn't
the
he?
first attack, anyway.
So the first attack would have been advantage, so let me re-roll that.
Damn it!
You are correct.
another 8.
Forgot about
And it still
that.
didn't hit you.
Yay!
So your honesty paid off. Okay, yeah, so it didn't get to do much.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's do more of those.
Let's see, who's where? Everybody give me a perception check except for Tolgar, who is locked in mortal combat and in rage, which means
We
he
know
wouldn't
what's
be,
happening here,
he
guys.
wouldn't be exactly
I
vigilant.
see what's happening here.
Perception. Oh, cool. It's good. Ooh. Good job, Thelonious.
You got all your role playing out of the way, so you're not allowed to do well anymore.
No, I can't. Whatever.
Eh.
I don't even care. I don't want to see anything.
Here's Here we go.
Nice roll.
Nice.
Looks like we needed one.
Okay. Kyla, you are aware, as I said, remember there was a small clearing, which is kind of right where Tolgar and the Beast are and the woman? That shaft of moonlight that was coming down, you suddenly notice it kind of get interrupted, like, for a second, and then again and again. Like, something flew through it.
Friggin' bat people.
We are all bat people.
All right. Okay. And it is Thelonious' turn.
Okay. I have a quick question. So I still have this necklace of magic missile. It says 5 charges of level 5 magic missile. That's every beat is a level 5 magic missile.
Correct.
Okay. I'm throwing all 5 at this guy.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Which is probably a good thing because it would be very hard for you to get a clean line of sight for a straight
God.
bolt. Magic missile doesn't
Nice.
give a shit. You can see enough of this thing to target it.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Firecrackers.
So basically, you're gonna hurl all 5
5.
at once, which you
All
can
5
do. So
level
this is going to
5
be
magic
disgusting. So
So
You
5
do all
times
the rolling at
5.
once so you can see all the dice.
So you're doing 25d. You're doing 25d4 plus 25.
Hey.
Do it.
Use your
25
inspiration.
D4 plus 25.
Yeah, because it's 20. Each one is 5d4 plus 5, right?
Yeah.
We don't need to
So
save
you're
this for
doing
Porth and
all
Dewey.
5. So that would be 25d4 plus 25 damage.
I thought each one was
It's
was
7d4
7d4
plus 7.
Oh, I thought you said it was 5d4.
No,
No,
it's a
because
Oh, a
Okay,
level
but it's
5 magic missile. No, okay. Yes, so
Yeah.
that's
So
7
30
times 5.
35.
So it's 35d4 plus 35.
35.
Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Yeah, you want to hit me with a magic bolt, bro? Taste a little bit
Oh,
of this.
that's right. He's pissed.
128. Oh, but unfortunately, a level 1 shield nullifies magic
Oh,
missile.
God.
So, luckily, of course, he does not have a level 1 shield.
Oh
So,
my god.
okay, so basically, what happens? Tolgar, give
Biggest
me
damage roll
a
we've ever
dexterity
had.
save, please.
Do a what?
A dex save.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Cast a bolt at me.
Wow. That's a thing.
12.
All right, okay. So literally, what happens is from behind that tree, it's like an airstrike. You just literally, and balls of blue glowing magic, big, huge glowing balls, come buzzing around you from the left, from the right, over your head, arcing round and banking around your body. And in the middle is this massive flash of light.
Oh my god.
Tolgar, you are basically... You don't take damage, but you are thrown to the ground and stunned for a round. Just from the sheer blast power.
Ah! What the hell?
There is nothing there except a smoldering blue crater in the ground.
Oh my god.
Whatever this thing was, it literally has been blown to pieces. As soon as that happens, the 3 spiraling winged demon things that were literally about to dive down into the hollow to attack go, nope! And they turn around and bank back out of the clearing and fly off into the distance. They wanted none of that.
From a distance. Cool.
So
It
I'm
worked.
gonna step out from behind the tree and go, Thelonious gone.
You can do that the whole time?
Well, I was kind of a...
There you are. Have a victory fanfare for that one. That was an epic destruction of an enemy.
I'm gonna derage.
Blown to pieces.
Yes, I can do that the whole time. Absolutely.
Do that for our final battle against Porth and DeWint.
That is one way to completely blow a decent magic item in one use,
Oh, I
but
loved it.
in an incredible way that made it worthwhile. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it was definitely, that was awesome. That was probably one of the most epic things that's actually been done on the show to this date. 128 points of damage probably is the highest amount of damage ever dished out in a single
true.
blow by a player for sure.
I think it is.
Especially
So,
in addition, no less.
I
Yes,
believe
absolutely.
I believe that you are worthy of a round of applause for that one, sir. That was totally epic.
Don't piss off Thelonious Conch. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
Magic's kind of
Don't hit me, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, cute bolt of lightning. Have this with your dumb little horse feet.
Encounter was canceled.
Here you go.
So while Thelonious is de-raging himself, I'm just gonna walk up to the girl and slit her throat with my claws.
Okay. Oh, look, you think you're saved. Okay, she just goes as blood just drips down her blue dress as she bleeds out.
So do you think it dropped anything?
With the damage you did to it,
For all the right questions.
it'll be difficult for you to find pieces of it to examine, let alone anything intact.
I think those bats are going back to Tull.
If this makes you truly understand the magnitude of it, it was pretty beat up already. And the sheer blast power of that magic missile. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I don't at all. Are you kidding me?
He got 10. He got 10 fours in that roll.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, it is blown to pieces. There is nothing left of it. As I said, there's a crater in the ground where literally the thing was eviscerated by magic.
Thelonious, I
Super
should make
powerful.
you stones more often.
Yep.
Oh yes, it was the power of the scones, of course.
so
Scone boy.
You know the power of the scone. I have been saying it the whole time.
Yeah, it was awesome. Epic.
So
Okay.
if those creatures flew back, they definitely know we're here. We should get there as soon as possible, right? Because they could prepare if we delay.
That's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
think,
from here, you guesstimate it's probably a quarter of a mile through the woods to where the tower is, based on what you saw before. Approximate guess.
You might be attracting some attention here. Oh, just to piss him off, and I'm gonna pull out my dagger, basically cut open her back,
Mhm.
like cut her open from the back, and then basically just destroy the heart from the inside, and then be like, "I'm ready."
Oh, just to make sure he doesn't get a free heart out of it somehow?
Free heart.
free heart.
Free heart.
Get your heart here.
Alrighty.
We've got 100% pure heart of the youth.
Alright, so is that what you want to do? You want to take this and go straight to the tower?
Are you able
What?
to, Thelonious?
Oh yeah, you're hurt.
You-
Fine.
Oh,
Are you
Fine.
sure?
Well, I mean, what is our other option?
Well, I think when we finally approach, you should render yourself invisible, especially since we know that whatever is in there can possibly aid you.
Well,
Right.
first of all,
Or is that somewhere else?
do not tell me how to use my spells, please. Okay. First, let's
Who
get that
just
out.
blew it
Tell
up?
you-
Who just blew this
tell you
thing to
how to use your
pieces?
spells.
Yeah. Yes. Are you not confident that I know how to wield my own spells?
You don't consider what you did overkill? Just curious.
Hey,
I do not. Did you see what he tried to do?
it definitely killed him.
Who knows what could have happened? What if I didn't do that? What if he turned around and you and gored you in the sternum?
I'm just thinking pragmatically here.
Yes, well, how about this, Mr. Pragmatic? We needed to do this quickly so that we could get on the road towards our goal quickly so they have less time to prepare for us. How's
And
that?
here we are.
How's that?
Sounds good.
Sounds like it equates to me.
Old men first, then.
Alright, so that's what you guys are doing? You're heading to the tower?
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Alright, okay.
Alright. To the tower!
To the Tower of Murder?
The whole way I'm going to have my bow drawn with the one arrow left.
Alright. Okay. Yes, you begin to stomp your way towards the tower.
Really quick, Gore, I do have one more charge of that magic brew, and when no one's looking, I am going to pop it and take a sip.
Okay.
Oh.
The healing potion
Tiny
thing?
bastard.
Yeah,
All right.
it's 1d8.
Yeah, go ahead, roll it. Drink it down.
Gotta roll a
Roll well, man.
Drink the dose.
Use
Oh,
your-
no, that's right. I got to roll. Oh, crap.
Six,
Hey,
not
not
bad.
bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
that totally makes up for the What was it, 30?
He took 25.
I got my loinberry.
Yeah, you can still eat his loinberry. Okay. So yeah, you guys basically are walking. It's a slight incline at this point because you're kind of going uphill a little bit. Makes sense. People building towers on hills, not on flats. As you're starting to get closer and closer, you begin to notice that the trees around you are dying. They're like, initially there's little to just mild kind of, the leaves are browner, they're a little, you know, sparser, but as you get closer and closer, eventually the trees have no leaves on them at all. As you kind of get towards the clearing, you're standing on the slight bluff of a hill. Let me go ahead and pull this tower back up for you guys. Okay, that's what you see in the distance. So the tower itself, it is pretty damn tall. I mean, it clearly goes way above the trees. It's a very arcane structure with kind of an ornate dome at the top. You can see what appears to be kind of like a row of circular arches around the top brim, which is where Kyla noticed that the bat creatures came zooming down from. About halfway, you know, just kind of below that, the next level, you can see what appears to be some kind of stained glass with a faint orange glow coming from the inside, letting you know that somebody or something is in there. Below that is just solid tower, no visible doorway, no visible entryway. Around the very base of the tower itself, it looks like somebody has painstakingly laid an arched pavement. So it's like, if you imagine where the tower is, leading into it all the way around for about 100 feet is actually paved slab. Some of that paved slab has been cracked as weeds and stuff have busted through it over a long period of time. Around the very edges, it is kind of crumbled and broken. But marked on it, surrounding the tower, is a huge, big, kind of enamored, glowing blue circle. Periodically, you see like sparks of blue dart up as if they're going up to meet a ceiling of it that it can't be seen. Almost like the whole tower might be encased in some kind of field. At this point, you notice, peering out the top of the tower from one of the archways, first of all, one of the hollows to the left, you see what appears, now you're a lot closer to see him, and with the eminent glow coming from the windows, kind of slightly illuminating the arches above, you can see what appears to be an incredibly attractive woman, but with fangs and arched bat wings. Those of you that know Lilith, remember Lilith Edenwood? Mm-hmm. These are clearly some form of demonic succubi. This would have been the perfect encounter for Lilith to be involved in. Fortunately, Lilith had to go back to her home to save her girls and stuff like that. But you see one of them kind of peer out. It kind of reaches onto the side of the arch and looks out, and then allows its wings to like flap out before it tucks them back in, almost in kind of a show of bravado. And then to the arch on the other side, one over, you see another one. This one with darker red. This one's kind of like got darker red wings, and it appears to be holding and clutching what appears to be a bow and arrow. The very tips of the arrow seem to be radiating kind of a glowing red pulse, like boom, 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 boom. Then, appearing in the center arch between these two, you see the form of a woman. She has horned helms, kind of like a... The easiest way to imagine, if you will, Evil Lynn from the He-Man comics or from the cartoon. She's wearing kind of like black plate mail that really is clearly not there for protection. It is more there as an erotic kind of gesture and dress. She has a flowing black cloak that's coming down off of her shoulders. And she stands up there, looks down at you, And as she does so, you see her reach up to the side of the archway itself, rake her fingers all the way down it, and you can visibly see sparks, like as it showers all the way down the concrete itself. Not concrete, the stone, freaking concrete. And then echoing from the top of the tower, you can hear a sound like an evil, taunting laughter. And that is where we will end it this evening, because that brings us nicely to the start of our next encounter. So there we go. Alrighty. Woo!
We're just gonna find Orthan like tied up there as like a gimp, and like they're just forcing him to summon more demons for fun.
Oh.
And it's gonna be like sad, and we're not gonna want to kill him, but then I'm gonna kill him.
Don't give away Gore's spoilers.
Hey, Gore, can you shutter me for just one quick second?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I'll be right back.
Hold on a second. Let me get to you. There you go. And there's a second. Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on How We Roll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter @Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons & Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget to keep up with all things How We Roll. Follow us on Twitter @HowWeRoll. Check out the website www.howweroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.
Hi, I'm the Satchmo. I speak for the trees. Thank you for watching How We Roll. If you want to see some more of me, you can follow me on Twitch and Twitter @Satchmo. If not, I guess I'll just see you next episode. I love you. Take care.
What's up, you guys? It's the Snuggler here, and I am back for my second How We Roll campaign. I've been given some guidelines. One is to not name the character that I'm playing. Of course, probably gonna kill my character at some point. And two is to keep this as short as possible. Jane is just so lazy. Oh. So with that being said, so happy to be on my second campaign for How We Roll. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so @MaddieSweetTweet. That's pretty much all I use. So check you there. If not, I'm always here playing for you guys.
Shagget here. I play a character on How We Roll. I'm not going to tell you who I play, because if they die, I'm going to have to redo it. I've already done it once, never again. Follow me on Twitter @Aneb_Convos, and I'll see you guys on How We Roll.
Hi, Jane here. You may have seen me in such films as Rise of the Fallen or Lyra vs. Legend. Thanks for watching! You can follow me on Twitter @JaneOnTwitch.
That's with a 0, not no.
Anyway, I gotta go. The cats. Peace, suckers!